a big breaking update, Shravan, already. He will be extradited. That is the hearing rhythm. And Shravan, fantastic news that is coming in right now from the UK court. The man that you see on your screens, Nirav Modi, who wanted to cock a snook, Shravan, at our government, our establishment, tried every trick in the book. Today has been demolished. He will be facing extradition now to India, Shravan. So what happens? What happens? How soon will this be a reality?
Well, this is undoubtedly a big victory for the Central Bureau of Investigation, for the Enforcement Directorate, because the first big hurdle of extraditing Nirav Modi has been now cleared by the Magistrates Court, which essentially means that within the next 2 months, you would have the UK Home Secretary now taking the final call, whether at all Nirav Modi will be extradited or not. Meanwhile, you would certainly expect the other legal, the doors that would essentially be open for Nirav Modi. He will try to exhaust all the options that are available before him, which would essentially be appealing before the High Court, just like the way Vijay Mallya has essentially done. But having said that, remember what we have seen very different than Vijay Mallya's case. Here, there wasn't much time that was taken by the UK court to basically get convinced about, one, the jail conditions. Because remember, in Vijay Mallya's case, this entire hearing that actually took place just on the fact that, what are the jail conditions, the Indian authorities had to even provide multiple videos. In this particular case, this court order becomes abundantly clear that there is a clear-cut case of cheating, there is a clear-cut case of criminal conspiracy, there is a clear-cut case of threatening the witnesses in this case, which is, once again, as I say, very different than what Vijay Mallya's case is concerned. So that is the reason why the weightage in this particular case becomes even more important. So whenever the UK Home Secretary makes a final call, it would also become very, very crucial as to how it's going to pan out in the next few months. So certainly, first big hurdle is out of its way. You have the extradition hearing already taking place. The timeline now would essentially be decided. But yes, within the next 2 months, you would get another update with regards to what the UK government essentially has to say as far as the extradition is concerned.
All right, big news right now. Republic tracking every bit of that, rhythm. We can smile brighter, because I think this is the day that everyone in the country was hoping for. This is the day that our agencies really worked hard for. Because, no matter what, this man tried to cock a snook, as I said, again and again, at the government, at the law agencies, at the Enforcement Directorate, the CBI, but nothing worked. Nothing worked, Rhythm, for him.
Let's also tell our viewers that soon we're going to get Rishika Malik coming live from outside the London court. We will cut straight to that. But let's also tell our viewers what won India the day, Deepthi, before the UK Magistrates Court. Number one, our prima facie case of money laundering has been proven. Number two, it's been proven that dummy firms of Nirav Modi were continuously there, and that's been proven they were controlled by him. Number three, conspiracy to defraud PNB has been established. On these three major things that the Indian government and the agencies were able to prove, Vijay Mallya's, the case, the case against Nirav Modi has been established for sure. Then it comes to the kind of delaying tactics that were being used by Nirav Modi by trying to say the Indian judiciary is biased. Also, the jails in India are overcrowded. The court has absolutely said, no, the conditions in barrack number 12 in Arthur Road jail where you will be put are far more spacious than the current place you are being restricted to, Mr. Nirav Modi. In fact, don't worry about it. Not only is it spacious, you will have access to a bathroom, hygienic food, water, 24/7 security in the prison, no evidence of violence in the prison. You'll also get medical treatment. You can also face proceedings in a healthier state. So everything that the Indian government tried to do before the Westminster Magistrates Court has proved extremely successful. And let's also tell you, it's a very dismal state that the UK has of extradition. For India to be getting an extradition treaty and to get Vijay Mallya and Nirav Modi in such circumstances extradited is a very huge thing, because the case has to be extremely watertight. it has to be prepared with a lot of meticulousness, not under Indian law, but under UK law. Not only diplomatically things, Deepthi, have to be seen, but you also have to see that this is a country in which extradition is not looked favorably upon, and yet the UK Magistrates Court in its wisdom today has ruled in favor of India and said Nirav Modi shall be sent back. He will be facing a prison term in Arthur Road Jail. The trial should happen there, and we clearly are looking forward to having Nirav Modi back because those people that he defrauded are looking for justice, because it's time that people who think they can go abroad and try and not face trial in their own country because of the wrongs they've committed here will not be able to get forward anymore.
You know, Rhythm, let's push that point a little further, because, you know, there could be many back home here, and obviously there will be that politics of it that we will hear. Extradition from the UK court is definitely not easy. You know, I do remember very, very clearly what happened during the time of Vijay Mallya, who believed that, you know, he can actually get a bail. That's what he tried to do. Something that this man also wanted to do, but nothing worked out. You know, nothing worked out for him, Rhythm. And why is an extradition from the UK court so very difficult? Why is it so significant now, considering that there has been a mountain hole of evidence against this man? You know, connivance has been proved here by the agency, whether it's the Enforcement Directorate or the CBI, Rhythm.
Yes, absolutely. Deepthi, let me, like I said, put this into perspective. When a VIP person like a so-called Vijay Mallya or Nirav Modi chooses to go and get extradition and chooses to go and settle in United Kingdom, they believe that they will be helped by the UK laws. Unfortunately for them, I believe the UK government has caught on to the tricks they are trying to play. They defraud Indians, and then they try and settle down there and believe they will get justice. In fact, I want to take you through exactly what happened. This is a 14,000 crore rupee fraud we are talking about, where the Punjab National Bank scam, as it was called, jeweler Nirav Modi has needed to be extradited. It's a 2-year-long battle that India has been fighting. The 49-year-old has been appearing in the courts through video conferencing. He's already in the prison there. The magistrate court's ruling will now, it's Samuel Goozy, who is the district judge who's been ruling here. The magistrate's court ruling will now, I'll tell you the further procedure that will happen. This ruling will be sent back to the UK Home Secretary, which is the normal procedure. It happened in the other case also, like Shravan was explaining to us. She will sign off on this. Preeti Patel will sign off on this. After that, there will be a possibility of appeals in the High Court in United Kingdom, and then we shall see, and hopefully sooner rather than later.
But for the moment, Rhythm, it's a big, massive victory coming in for India. We'll push that point with you a little further here. Rishika Malik is also joined with us, live with us now from outside the Westminster Court in London. You know, Rishika, this has been a big day, something that all of us here back home in India have been very, very closely watching. I want you to describe to us what happened during these last 15-20 minutes. We are given to understand that as the judge was reading out the order, the man called Nirav Modi was live through a video link. What happened? Describe to us, please. We can't hear Rishika right now, but we are just fixing that link with her. Remember, she's reporting live from outside the Westminster Court, Rhythm. And this is a court that, again, I remember, and I tell our viewers that everyone has seen Rhythm reporting from outside when it was the infamous Vijay Mallya case. Amit Malviya of the BJP with us. Quickly, Rhythm, let's take his very first response to this. Amit, I think for us as a country today, it's a big, big day today. Nirav Modi will be extradited to India. He will have to face the law, Amit. Amit, can you hear us? Okay, not sure if that line is through, Rhythm. But, you know, it's important again to get these reactions, because again and again you have seen the agencies that have been ridiculed by some here back home, Rhythm, only for their mean political interests. The same agencies today have put up this stellar fight against this man called Nirav Modi, who not just wanted to, you know, cry about human rights, the condition of jails, the political angle to all this, Rhythm, but everything, Rhythm, has been demolished one by one.
Hello?
Okay, I don't think Rhythm can hear us right now. Rhythm, can you hear us? Okay, let's quickly tell our viewers what will happen now. Remember, when his extradition has been announced now by the UK court, as we were hearing from Shravan, it still could take about 2 months till we see this man back here in India. The extradition order can now be appealed against. Nirav has the right to do that. He won't be extradited till that appeal is taken up. But again, as I said, this is all based on evidence. Extradition order to be sent to the UK secretary here. Nirav, again, remember, is in a very tight spot here because there is mountain hole of evidence that have been put up by both the agencies here, whether it is the CBI or the Enforcement Directorate. Nirav Modi, viewers, is the subject right now of 2 sets of criminal proceedings with the Central Bureau of Investigation or the CBI case that relates to a large-scale fraud upon the PNB Bank by obtaining illegal letters of undertaking. This is like the LOUs or the loan agreements. The other case is the Enforcement Directorate's case relating to the laundering of the proceeds of that very fraud. He also is facing 2 additional charges of evidence tampering, intimidating witnesses, which have been added to the CBI case, something again that the UK court today has very, very clearly opined on. India Gets Nirav now is the new hashtag that we have put out. The Crown Prosecution Service, remember, has argued on behalf of the Indian government. You have seen the judge, while reading the order point by point, building up to this big order that has come in from the UK court. Rhythm, what happens from here on? I want to understand that what will the procedure be like till this man is again brought back to India? How long will this extradition take, and how much time does he have, Rhythm, to make an appeal? And will that even be easy? Will he even think about it, considering how he's been demolished today in the UK court?
Well, Deepthi, that's a rather good question. What's going to happen from here is this particular case now is going to go to the Secretary of State, that's Preeti Patel, for a sign-off. After that, there is a possibility of appeals that will take place in the UK High Court. Then it will go possibly to the Supreme Court, after which there's also possible Nirav Modi will do the same thing Vijay Mallya did, asking for political asylum and so on and so forth. So they will try and exhaust their legal remedies, which is something we have seen. But at the same time, let's remember, the first huge hurdle has been won by India. It's once this hurdle is passed, because in the UK courts, they don't take as much time. So they're going to quickly go across to the High Court. Everything has to happen in a systematic manner. In 2 months, it will go, the 2-month period will go, the limitation period, it will go to the High Court. It will then go to the Supreme Court. It might come back to the courts, after which it will then be seen whether Nirav Modi also asks for political asylum.